time, it goes tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? I am you.
Good morning, good morning. What is going on, everybody? Let's go. Let's go, let's go. It's FOMC day. The man, the myth, the legend will be speaking here soon. This afternoon, I should say. Fairly soon, though. What's up, what's up? Lots of good mornings today. Let's go. Pew Pew, Hunter, Toby, Steve, Santosh, Tangi, Chase, Marcus, TJ, Tiger, Tangi Man, Brandon, Jose. Let's go. We got Tiger Woods in the chat. I like it. Good morning, Adventure. SPY tried to pop up this morning. There was some pretty positive China news. Man, China was on fire with the news this morning. I should say last night. Of course, right before we post the video, after it's edited and everything, they come out with that China news. I was like, are you kidding me? Every time. I swear, if we post the video 30 minutes later, it would come out 10 minutes after it. It's so funny. Every time. Oh yeah, China. Yeah, so they're going to be doing some icebreaker talks, as it was reported by Reuters this Saturday in Switzerland at Geneva. There's a planned Geneva meeting, and they're going to be talking there, so that'll definitely be pretty interesting. U.S. markets move higher. It says China and Hong Kong markets also rose, so I guess that's good to hear. UEC is bolting it open. Uranium. Hey, there we go. How about UUUU? Uranium's always a fun one. We have URA as well. All three, not bad PA so far. Not bad at all. Yeah, it's pretty good. It is pretty good, I would say, for China and for us. The market did pretty good, ripping off it yesterday, so we'll take it. We need the SPY, though, to really hold up here at open. It's trying to hold this key 560 support. This is a big support that I've been watching the past few days. I also have 558 and 557 down here once 560 breaks, but it would be good to hold 560 today. Honestly, I kind of like the prospect of SPY holding and moving higher. I do like the way that it's setting up for a potential like dip buy back up here. That's personally what I'm watching for today. If we start to break under the low of day at like 559.50, then I would just say cut. But I do like the prospect of a potential support bounce. I'm sure there's a lot of bulls out there looking for that type of move today. You know, there is that opportunity. Not bad at all. Let's check the watch list. First things first today. 10.85% on open door. I know Disney had a pretty good earnings report. They ran up very well today. They're sitting around $100 right now. This one had me excited. Looking at the daily chart, they bounced off perfect support again. This support is just crucial on Disney. Continues to get good bounces off of this. You know, the craziest part is that off of the recent low, it's already up at the peak today. 28%. That's pretty insane. Pretty crazy there. Disney. But it is kind of falling off now at open. Maybe if it dips, it can create a good dip buy opportunity. I think averaging into shares is actually not a bad way to go here with Disney. AMD, Klaus said. AMD Advanced Money Destroyer. Or we should say dispenser. It was running a lot here at open. It did start to turn over a little bit on these 1 minute candles, but it's pretty back and forth, I'd say. Switching it up today, drinking the orange Powerade. They got me with their marketing. It said 50% more electrolytes than Gatorade on the bottle. I was like, okay. We'll get that one this time. Lily, Tiger said. LLY, they were down a lot yesterday, and they're falling again today. Man, Tiger, that's kind of rough. LLY. Let's check Moderna. They were down a lot, too. SMR getting sold off, Tangi said. Damn. It would have been cool to see that 1825 break. You're right, though. They are really selling it off. They're right down to big support now, actually. Pretty much right there. Let's throw up the Mag 7 here. Give me 1 sec. Gonna grab a quick drink of this Gatorade. All right, all right. TEM down, Tangi said. Tempest. Pulling back a little bit from earnings. I know they were down last night. Still down quite a bit. Down 5%. It could be worse. Could be worse, but I don't know. Definitely not good. Oklo dumping, good idea to buy some calls, Clow asked. OKLO. Hey, throw your favorite ticker out there this morning, guys. I want to see all the good tickers, whatever you guys are watching. OKLO pulling under 27. Good idea to jump on calls at this moment. Man, it's kind of in free fall here. Let's see it on the daily. It's really in free fall intraday today. Yeah, it's like pretty much in free fall. Good morning, KO. Glad to see you. Hope you're having a great Wednesday here on Powell Day. Yeah, intraday, it's pretty much in free fall. It's down to around 26. You know, this is a pretty good support area starting to come up. As it starts to get to here on an intraday basis, it's getting to the point of being a little oversold. Calls probably wouldn't be the worst thing for a quick scalp back up. If you were watching for a bounce off these next supports. If it breaks under 25.85, you'd probably have to cut though, but that's right, Powell Day. That's what we like to call it. RGTI. Rigetti. Yeah, down a lot. A lot of growth stock pullback today. Look at the quantums. I'm doing another one of those weird golf tournaments this weekend. That'll be fun. Hims, Sedan said. HIMS. $50. Wow. Yeah, they're getting right back up there. Keep them on the radar, guys. Hims is right there once again. I'm going to put an alert at like $50.20. Let's see if I can get alerted if we get a move up there. Wade says PTR is ripping. I think they meant to say Palantir, though. Oh, yeah, they did. Palantir coming right back. 2.11%. A lot of good green action here today by Palantir. That's actually really good. Like, insanely good. The interest rate decision comes out at 2 p.m. Eastern, and the Powell speech starts at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. I will be going live for it here about 10 minutes before the interest rate decision. Maybe 15 minutes before the interest rate decision. So right around 1:45 Eastern time, I'll be going live. 1:45 to 1:50, right in that range. Palantir's going at 250, then 500, then 1,000, Tangi said. 1,000? That would be pretty cool. It might just take a few years. Yeah, I feel you. I could see that. It would definitely take a little... Watch it do it in like a year. That would be worse. Pony's ripping, Tiger Woods said. Pony, $14.35. Up to $14.50. Wow. Pony's looking pretty good. Really good. What's up, Marwin? How you doing? Been a long time. How long's it been, man? Good morning, though. Expectations about interest rates. Yeah, they're going to be pausing, Sedan. There's like a 98% chance that they're going to pause. I'll pull it up. Let's see what they're pricing in as of now. It might have dropped a little bit, but it should be like that 95+%. Oh, it's at 99% now. Okay. The big thing that traders and people are looking for in general here this morning, especially with regards to interest rates, is looking at the June meeting. We have that 30.4% reading there. That's a huge deal on the rate cut. If that starts to drop, like let's say to 10% or 15%, 20% after this, it's going to show that, you know, we're seeing a bit more of push towards keeping rates steady for longer, which would mean pausing for longer. So definitely not what we want to see. And then we're also going to be watching the July meeting to see if the pause starts to get higher there or not. I personally, and this is just my own personal like opinion on what they're going to say, I think Powell's going to say that they need to hold rates steady for longer. That's just my own personal thought. Maybe he'll come out and surprise us and say that they need to raise rates to counteract all this bullshit or something. I'm not sure if he's going to say that yet or not. I doubt it, though, based off what we're seeing here. What would happen if they pause? Drop in the market, Aller said. If they just pause, the market probably won't drop that much. There might be a negative reaction there. I don't think it would be too bad. The main thing is what Powell's going to say about the future of the rate cuts. Like if he starts to talk about pausing for longer, then we might start to see a drop. That would be something that worries me. One problem that we're having right now is elevated inflation expectations. That's really one big problem that is like nagging on like the market right now. I think that's the biggest worry in my book right now. What worries me is I'm looking at like inflation numbers, and it's like the 1 year inflation expectation is like what, 6.5%? We're only at like 2% inflation right now. We're at like 2.4 on the last reading. I was looking at it like last night, actually. We scroll down here, we go to the inflation rate. We're gonna get a reading next Tuesday, by the way, so be ready. Yeah, our last reading was 2.4% in March on the year-over-year rate. They're expecting it to come up now. But the main thing is that on like the 1 year expectation, they're expecting it to get back up to like 5 or 6%. It's getting kind of crazy. So it's a little worrying. We'll see like how these tariffs start to impact things as time goes on. But that's something that definitely worries me, and I think that's going to worry the feds too. Yeah, I would agree that it's also priced in, Sedan. Oh, it's Maui. Hey, okay. That's right. I forgot you had 2 accounts. That's funny. I remember that now. Personally, I'm out of the market. I'm waiting for better opportunities. I feel ya. There has been some good dips going on recently. I'm still watching Disney play out post-earnings here. They're looking pretty good. Not something I would jump on right here necessarily, but I'm definitely watching them on that daily chart again. Let's say they fill this gap back down a little bit, like the 92, for a little retest. Might be selling some puts down here. Hop back in to some Disney. Is Elon really being replaced as CEO even though it was supposed to be fake news? KO said. That's a good question, KO. They had to have gotten that report somehow. I read a few articles that actually suggested that even though that they came out and said that it was fake news, they must have at least explored the idea or something for these people to get the news in that way. James said it is fake. I feel you, but there's a lot of people suggesting that they still might have. It's hard to say. At least they say it's fake, so. Yeah, well, he's not like actually being replaced. That might be a stretch. That might be a stretch. It's just that they might have like mulled looking for a replacement, but I'm sure that there's some people guessing that he might, but anyone can guess either way on any subject, honestly. $560, bouncing a little bit. Where's the support on AMD, Klaus said. Looks like it's about to give out a little bit. I don't like the way that it's testing here, but this is a big support around 99 to 100. This is a huge $1 support range on AMD. It's pretty funny. It's even like extending down past here and still bouncing up to 100 and through it again. Having a lot of reaction around 100 though. Right now it's breaking back down towards the bottom of this range. Not having the best action, I would say. Looks more bearish than bullish, but we've seen a lot of bounces and holds in this range. I'm curious if we're going to get a hold or if we start to break below 99. Going to get a bit more bearish. Look at the mouse go, seriously. The mouse is on fire. One stock you're waiting for to fall is Maersk. Not MRK, you said MAERSK. Interesting. What's their ticker? Maersk. Haven't looked at that one in a long time. I've definitely heard about them though. QQQ 480 starting to bounce a little bit. Big support coming into play at 480 on the QQQ. Spy's karate chopping. Yeah, it is. Karate. ZIM is another one to watch too, Chase said. Zim. This one can get some action going. They're starting to fall off quite a bit. I know this stock is highly volatile, though. Oh, Hims breaking out, guys. Hims with a big candle here. There we go, Hims. There we go. Loving that PA. My money's on red today, AK said. Uh-oh. On red. I don't blame you, I guess. We are heading into FOMC here. Be ready. Obviously, it's in a few hours, but... if we end up breaking under this low of the morning at like 559.50... I will get a more bearish as well, and I'll be looking for that double bottom yesterday to come into play even around 557. 558's my first support, but I think we could see a lot better price action if we break down there. I just hope that either way, I just hope that we don't chop around right here for too long, right? That's my main concern is, okay, let's get the hell out of here. Whether it's up or down, I'll take either way. You know, I can adapt up here if need be, but let's just get like a good break either way. I'm not going to be staying live for FOMC, but I will be going live for FOMC future. About 15 minutes after. Be going live around 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Still riding the pony, Tiger said. Pony 1.47, you know, it's coming back pretty well. Only up 1% today because it closed so high yesterday, but from open today, it's up quite a bit, actually. Like 16% at the high of the day. Man, Pony. It's a funny ticker, isn't it? Pony. Gets people laughing sometimes. I love the cooler tickers out there, though. SPY bouncing really well here at 560. Starting to trend a bit higher. I still like the prospect personally of a bounce back. If I had to pick direction, I'm still sticking with my original pick this morning of support holding. We'll see how high the recovery gets before JP speaks, though. A lot of resistance up over here. We might even see like a good resistance touch and breakdown. We'll see. But I love the way that the support keeps holding. I know some of you guys are looking at it down, but let's go check NVIDIA here. Not the best PA. How about the Mag 7 in general? What are we seeing positive here, getting the SPY moving? Meta is pretty good. Pretty good PA there. I like the way it's moving. Microsoft, too. Those two look pretty bullish here. Microsoft and Meta. Microsoft's holding and bouncing off support here. I love the intraday setup. I could see this one breaking out. Meta. Kind of similar. I don't like the setup as much, though, but pretty similar. Microsoft just looks awesome in the way in which it's moving. I've seen these types of patterns quite a bit, where we get like a dip down and some nice support bounces like we're starting to see. Testing resistance again. We'll see if it can break here eventually. Might take a little longer. We'll see if we stay in the chop zone or not. Do you know any FIFO jobs that pay well? I want to do a gap year and don't really know what to do. What is FIFO? Stay pony, golden boy. What? That's funny. You switched it up on me, AK. SPY 561.50. First in, first out. Fly in, fly out. Oh, I gotcha. I see what you're saying. You know, one thing I can't wait for this year is the 4th of July. Let's go. I'm already ready. Couple months away. I love the summertime. Palantir still on fire today. 111.70, 112 coming up overhead. Fireworks in Tom's front yard? Hell yes. I'm down. I'm gonna be having those anyways. I'm pretty bad at the 4th. I usually go pretty nuts. Is GLD gonna be new highs? Nicholas said. Make new highs. GLD? We have that news with India and Pakistan, which is pretty interesting. I'm wondering if that can start to hit and affect gold a little bit, but gold is down today. It dropped off a little bit last night. I'm assuming as that China news came out. Yeah, that'll be... Yeah, gold, I'm not looking for it to make new highs today, but I could see it come in and make new highs like maybe tomorrow, depending on how this FOMC event goes. If the market drops from FOMC, then I could see it popping up. Tangy can't wait for summer. Gonna drive back to Wisconsin, see my parents' brother. There we go. Getting to see everybody. Like to hear that. Pew Pew said fireworks are going to be expensive this year. Not many fireworks that aren't made in China. Yeah, you're definitely right there. I wonder how much they're going to be. My gosh, every year there's so much. I wonder, you know, that has me thinking. It's nuts. $500 in fireworks, like in 2015, is worth like $1,000 in fireworks now. If not even more. And you're right with the tariffs. It might not affect things this year because people might have already gotten things in, but you know how people hoard up those fireworks. They might have had them in before this happened, maybe, if they were smart. Palantir up to 112. Now, you know, if they were really smart, they would bring it in early and then still raise the price for tariffs and then make like double the money. That'd be that's if they were real smart. Oh, that's funny. My family has 3 stands. Hey, there we go. We get them around March. Oh, gotcha. Oh, wow. Pew Pew. I see. Yeah, that sucks. FOMC is at 2 p.m. Eastern time, Sedan. 2 p.m. Eastern, and then also 2:30 p.m. is when Jerome Powell speaks. I will be live here at 1:45 Eastern for this. Is this why you guys are watching Maersk right now? Maersk? Look at this news that just hit. Mason ordered some from the fake mic in Discord. That might be worse than the Chinese fireworks, Mason. Those are probably fireworks from like Bangladesh or... I don't know. I'm thinking of somewhere even worse. Those things are probably gonna take your fingers off. Be careful. In Discord, Chad said it's America's supply of GTA 6 consoles, too. Tangy said, we're having another one of those days where I'm up several $1,000s and I have no idea why or where. You'll have to find it in your list of holdings, I guess. That's funny. Probably the uraniums again, right, Tangy? Weren't they up a lot? Yeah, I know why. I know why you're up today, Tangy. I got a feeling. Kinda also the dividends crazy. You still never told me the ticker. Let's see, Maersk ticker. AMKBY. Wow. Yeah, they... They halted, it looks like. They either halted or I quit getting the data. They halted like 15 minutes ago. I wonder what's gonna happen when they unhalt. Will they die? Are they gonna die when they unhalt? That's gonna be crazy. I don't know how long it'll take on this one. It's probably one of those news pending halts. Hims needs to settle down, AK said. I almost said your whole thing there. $51, HIMS. Nice resistance. Looks like it is settling down a little bit. Pulling back towards 50. Let's see if it can bounce, though. That'll be a big bounce on 50 here for them. They need the 50 bounce. Come on now. Push through, you worthless bears. SPY's moving pretty well, actually. SPY just rebroke out. Rebroke this 561.60 resistance. It was kind of stuck there for a little while. It might not run by a lot above here, though. It seems like it's... Every time it breaks out, it just breaks out by just a little bit. And then gets slow again. Push through, you worthless bears. I love it, AK. That's funny. $563 on SPY will be a big resistance past here. If we can break 562. So far, so good, though. Holding up. Little dip buy opportunities from the bottom. See how high it gets. Will Netflix keep climbing? Probably so. It's on fire today. It looks pretty awesome on the daily. It's been ripping. It might not get above the all-time high here necessarily, but I could see it pushing higher today. Maybe filling the gap up towards like 1154 to 1155. Looks awesome. Gonna have to take the L for now. I feel you. Sometimes it's like that, you know, that plays out in the stats. Maybe you can see a better opportunity or something, Demir, as the day goes on. Good morning, though. Nicholas Tan says, can you explain how price action trading works? Sure, I'll try to do a quick rundown on it. Price action trading is pretty much, well, trading the price action. And in a simple sense, what you're trying to essentially do is follow either the momentum higher or the momentum lower. And you're trying to identify, just based off just the candlesticks here, where that momentum is, right? Like right now, the QQQ It hasn't really been able to break down below through this bottom range. So it's been holding really good down here at support. We're seeing really good price action back to the upside. There's decent momentum. So right now, the momentum is to the upside. So we know that the momentum is up for the most part right now. So it's like, okay, what are we coming up to? Should we enter now? Okay, we're right at resistance. This is a major resistance here, 483, 484. This is pretty major from this morning. Lots of bounces and hits there. I don't think that we should necessarily buy calls now right up into this resistance, but we can watch and say, okay, look, if we get a good break of this resistance and we start to see like some really good bullish price action, let's say up through like 484, then we could maybe, you know, catch one of these quick moves here to the upside. Now you're going to have to be quick, you know, and probably enter like really quickly here and sell like just a couple minutes later as it pops up towards the next resistance. But either way, you're really trying to trade the candlesticks here. And you're not trying to look for, okay, we're in a head and shoulders pattern or nothing weird like that. It's more of just following straight up the momentum and the overall flows of the market at the time. The flows can change though, and the overall tide can also change. Some things that I like to look for are higher lows and lower highs. Good trends. Like right now this morning, we're kind of in a choppy stair-step pattern. Back up. Again, like I said though, we're right at resistance, so it's not really like the time to enter right now, in my opinion. Yeah, Nicholas, if you're looking for like, if let's say that you're in a trade, you know, price action trading would be identifying something with the price action or the movement on the candles that maybe shows you that, let's say the trend is shifting. Whether it's candles breaking below the previous candle's lows, that's something people like to look at a lot. Like let's say we're on a 5-minute chart. Some people will say that the trend is over if we get like a good break below like some of the larger 5-minute candles, we'll say. So like today, like, you know, we had a nice candle up there, candle up there, candle up there, and then it broke the trend there barely and went back up. But that break of the trend there might be something that someone would look at, and then they might exit if they were long from the support. Something along those lines. People like to do that a lot as well. I'm not as big as a fan of that. I do like the CSR strategy if you're somebody that likes to like buy and hold for a longer period throughout the day. But if you're like a quicker scalper on like a 1-minute chart, then I don't like going that route. But you'd have to be on more like 5-15 minutes if you're going to do that, in my opinion. But second dip on SPY was brutal, Demir said, at least to me. Was a pretty big one. Nicholas said, what's your style of trading? I take a very slow approach where I sell a lot of options and I get into a lot of long-term positions, and then I sell call options on them. I run a lot of the wheel strategy at the end of the day. Whenever I'm scalping though, I'm much more of like a 1-minute like support and resistance more style of trader. Also like to watch like trends as well, intraday trends. If we identify like a good channel or, you know, a trend line that has multiple bounces or something along those lines. Cash secure puts, shares, covered calls. Yup. All three of them, Nicholas. And then yeah, some quick scalps mixed in. Uber, Sonia said. UBER. Coming back a bit. They dropped a lot with earnings, but they're trying to recover. They just broke above pre-market resistance at 84. See if they can hold and maybe go on more of a run there. Yeah, no problem. Powell said, why is Tesla dumping? They are kind of dumping down, aren't they? It could just be price action, but I'm going to look at the news. Uh-oh. Tesla's China sales decline? That's not good. Hey, G Fuel, thanks for subbing. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the like. We're at 21 likes today. I know we can get higher than that. In the words of Matthew McConaughey, those are rookie numbers in this bracket. Need more than that.
All right, all right, all right.
I'm seeing that their China sales declined. I guess they're lucky to almost be at break even on the day. Wow. Sounds pretty rough out of China here. I can't tell if those sales just came out or if they're talking about from the last time they reported deliveries. Either way, though, not the best headline. That's for sure.
Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones. You won't ache my soul, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, the fire away, away. But I'm a
Who would have thought that about Tesla, Jake said. I know, I can't believe that those deliveries were the worst quarterly decline in history. That's pretty bad. Yeah. Tesla delivered about 337,000 cars in the first quarter, down 13% year over year. Worst quarterly decline in the company's history. Brutal to say. Let's go check on Boeing today. Holding well above 180, which is nice, but pretty bad again on the PA here. We're going to be watching 183.50. I'm always watching Boeing, as you guys know. They have some pretty wild moves on the daily. Let's go check on ZOM and Oxy and CVX. I'm still watching these oil stocks for potential downside action. Uh-oh, CVX. Mason said chop. CHOPP. PPPs. Lots of chops there. He's drawing out the chop. 560. Still on SPY. I love that level today. It's just getting so slow up here at the top. Damn, SPY hymns. Dipping back towards 49. Who's looking to buy up the dip here? HIMS. Still 49 support, not terrible. Netflix still going, Steve. Oh my gosh. Wow. Are they filling the gap yet? Gosh, they pretty much just filled the gap. Watch out. This is going to be a big spot for Netflix as they get towards major resistance here on the daily chart. Amazing move, though. Gotta say. Love that. Meta. Amazing PA backup as well. Sonya. Are you on Meta today? It's looking great here. What's next resistance on Netflix? It's right where the gap fill here, right around 1160 is going to be like the more major resistance here overhead. There's even huge resistance though at like 1155. That's what I'm watching for. Let's go look at it on Bookmap. I'm sure it looks interesting. Netflix, $1,200? That's a pretty big resistance. That's pretty far away, though. Looks like 1160 here today. It's the only real thing showing up. Netflix is pretty expensive, though. The Bookmap might not be the best. And I just mean maybe not as good as other things is what I'm saying. On those expensive stocks, sometimes there's just not like a lot of volume there. It's weird. Like you go to the Bookmap and you're like, okay, there's 5,000 shares at $1,000, but it's like, it's a lot weirder than seeing like 1 million shares of Apple at 100. SPY holding that 561. Hey, it really is. That actually looks pretty solid right here. It's been in this stair-step pattern all day. I would not be surprised if it ripped up a little bit more. It keeps on chopping around, but watch for another little breakout to come. I'm definitely leaning up on this one. The way it's looking at the second. That's awesome. Again, it might not break by a ton, but I could see it getting up to 562 plus. So, you know, some people in San Francisco I know think there are think that they're the resistance, but I don't know how they don't have any money. They're the resistance, huh? Needs to break soon, I think. Otherwise, I see it fall. I can see that. But I think it'll break pretty soon, honestly. But if you're right, if it stays here for too long, it could end up falling. But I think it'll hold its ground pretty well. I could be wrong, you know. Always the possibility. Netflix is in super beast mode. Demir's out of here. All right, Demir. See you, my guy. Thank you, SurgeBot and Bezos. Nuff said, Chase said. And Bezos. Amazon's on fire. 190. One of the best Mag 7s of the day. You know, I know we were looking at Tesla down earlier. They actually are bouncing off resistance here quite a bit. Sorry, bouncing off support. What am I saying? Bouncing off support. 274, 275. Pretty big level here. 275 is probably pretty huge. You know, to see it hold today is pretty good sign. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people looking to buy the dip as it rips here. That's going to put some good pressure on SPY, though, which looks awesome. Come on, SPY, let's get it done. The SPY. That's what, that's how you say SPY in Mike Tyson's language. No, that his would be the SPY. Elon's back from break. Is that some news? Is that what it said? That would be pretty cool. Is he officially? I didn't see that news, but that'd be nice. No, it's why Tesla's up now. When does his term at Doge end exactly? I forgot. I'll have to look it up. If you guys can't get it. Hell yeah, Mason going for 5.62. Love to see it. I keep hearing little things in this song, and it has me thinking my daughter's doing crazy stuff. Every time SPY makes a new high of the day today, it just makes a new high of the day by like 20 cents, and then it falls back. Are we going to get some better run out of this break, please? Come on, SPY. Only 130 days, I think it was. Chase says it has to be within the next 2 weeks. Ah, okay. That makes sense, Chase. FOMC poll. All right, let's do it. Let's run the poll, guys. All right. FOMC is coming up. 2 p.m. Eastern time today. 2:30 is when Jerome Powell will speak. We're going to do a poll on which way you think the market's going to move after Jerome Powell starts speaking. So we're going to look at like the overall move here from the entire event. Will SPY end up green or red into tomorrow from the FOMC event this afternoon? You can vote for green, red. We're gonna go neutral. And of course, we'll do some more polls whenever we re-go live later. Maybe with some more specifics, but I'm looking at what you guys think for the overall event. Let's just say for the entire event coming up with FOMC, will the SPY end up green or red afterwards into tomorrow? Let me know. I'm gonna throw the poll up right now. AK says red, obviously, puts a pepper. Nice and spicy. Muy caliente. Isn't that what they say? I hope I said that right. Sound looks like a good one to play options. Earnings tomorrow. I don't know about that. Earnings in the morning or in the afternoon? Let's see. Earnings in the afternoon. It looks pretty good, like on the actual stocks movement today. If you're trying to scalp it up today, it might not be a terrible play, but don't hold it through earnings, please. Okay, Poppy. Yeah, that's a good one. Vote up in the poll, though. What do you think? It should be right here in the YouTube chat. Get your votes in. Let's get a lot of votes. There's 15 votes, and red is leading by a lot right now. Wow, I'm surprised. Red is leading by a lot. Get your votes in. Tiger says gyms. You can invest in Slim Jim now? No, I knew what you meant. Hims, yeah, pretty nice. 51 breakout, wow. Over the past few minutes, really roared back to life and made a new recent high up to $52. That is huge. That is a crazy psychological level there. If we go back on Hims on like an hourly chart and we try to look for some resistance, there's really not like a ton into these levels that we're getting into. I mean, 52.75 looks pretty good. If I had to pick one out, 52.75. Hims is pretty close to that. Again, that's not like a huge level though. Hims was only there for like a day in the past. It didn't really bounce too well. Dexter said Netflix. Wow. NFLX. Amazing, right? It did hit 1160 though and start to slow up. So keep that in mind here this morning. 11.60. 31 likes. Appreciate that. Get your votes in. Get your likes in. Let's get it. Gonna throw the Mag 7 back up here. And look at our watch list. Open Door ended up 26% right now. Open Door. They continued after their earnings run and ran even higher. I saw Clover Health was up quite a bit. CLOV 14%. They had earnings and are running as well. Newsmax. Oh, wow. Newsmax 12%. NMAX getting some action back. The Pump and Dump. Newsmax. Once the bubble bursts, people are gonna get hurt. Are you talking about like the big AI bubble, AK, or? Apparently they're going to be picking a new pope sometime soon. The market is running on hope, some kept promises, and a whole lot of expectations, in your opinion, Ivan said. Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. What are people's hopes right now? I'm wondering. SPY really consolidating just in front of 562. It did go on a little run towards 562, but like I said, it just keeps breaking out by like this such a minuscule amount. It's kind of annoying. The breakouts are so small. The prophecy will be fulfilled? Oh gosh. AK. Let's go check Bank of America here. Daily chart, nice movement back. It actually looks pretty good. It's holding its ground well. Same with JP Morgan. Note how on this run they go up, they consolidate, then they rip. Right now they're in kind of consolidation mode, maybe for another good rip, which would be cool. AMD lost its momentum. Did it? Let's see. Oh yeah, quite a bit. It moved under 100 earlier. I know we were watching that. And I like how it's actually rejecting at 99 right here. That's a pretty interesting move here today. Pretty big rejection back to the downside. Pope Trump. Oh my gosh. That was funny how they had that weird picture or whatever. I don't know what they did, but I saw everyone was talking about that. Mason made a really good short with that one. That's how I found out about it, actually. That's how I found out about it, funny enough. AMD quick scalp. You scalping it down real quick, Clow? I like it. Pretty good PA here. All right, guys, super quick intermission. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make a quick protein shake. I've learned that during the live streams, I actually lose so many calories. It's kind of insane. I'm gonna down a quick protein shake real quick. I'll be right back. Throw up the Mag 7 chart. Stick around for the poll. Also, vote up in the poll. 40 votes so far. Let's get that number higher. Give me 1 sec.
Crazy berserker. Show them. Change the station with a new shit on. Show them. Change the station with a new shit on. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit. It's murder. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. 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 I killed it, it's murder. Show them. Change the station with a new shit on. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station.
All right, let's go. Got the protein shake going. We're gaining some weight. I'm putting my foot down. It's happening now. I've been drinking protein shakes like every day for the past like week now. I'm getting used to them. Took me a little bit to get used to them, but I'm liking them now. Apple having trouble around $199.50 to $200 resistance. Uh-oh. AAPL. It's a pretty big resistance here. $199.50 to $200. Definitely large. Definitely large. Which protein shakes? It's the GNC Mac Mass XXX. Here's what it is. This is what it is. Pretty cool. Mass Triple X. It actually tastes really good, I gotta say. But I'm sticking with that. It's like 780 calories. I couldn't do like the 1400 calorie ones. It was a little bit too much. And then what I was actually finding out is that it's like the same amount of protein anyways. So if I just drink 2 of these, it's like the same amount of calories but double the protein. So it's like, okay, I'm going with that. Hims nonstop, HIMS. Oh, you know that one? There we go. That's probably better than bacon. JPM's moving. Love to hear it, Dexter. Yeah, it's doing pretty good today. The banks were kind of consolidating, looking like they're bouncing off support a bit. I will say it might slow down as it gets towards pre-market high, but keep it on the radar. You sized up really well. Hey, off that stuff. Nice, AK. Eat fiber. Whey protein is hard to digest. Fiber. Batakuko fiber. What is that from? Can anyone tell me what that's from? I remember hearing that somewhere. Maybe like a SpongeBob, maybe, or something. I don't know. Radar indeed. Bacon and a Marlboro. Oh no. Not the smoking, Tangy. Oh. Bank of America, $41 bounce here. Very nice. What were your thoughts on Oklo, Dexter said. OKLO. Bouncing around 26 today. I was more bullish into this morning than bearish, but of course it pulled back. There's going to be pullbacks on the way up. Natural. My question is, though, is this pullback going to be a large, more major pullback? Or are we going to kind of hold and get a bounce, kind of like we did in the past here? If we can see a good hold of this support around 25.90 to 26, I think we could end up seeing a pretty good move back to the upside here. These growth stocks have been on fire minus the pullback today. Oh, got the protein shake going. Lift heavy weights with low reps. Maybe I'll go for that. I gotta get to the gym more often. Of course, now that I'm eating and drinking protein shakes, I'm not going to the gym as much. Of course, right? Adventure says SPY falling, SPY dropping. Oh no. Oh my gosh, 562 rejection. Besant. Besant's talking here. Let's see. Up to $2 trillion treasury demand from digital assets. Tangy Man's happy. Besson said some trade negotiations are quite advanced towards agreements in principle. Okay. Let my hedges print, Tangy says. Print them up. What is up with Goog? Whoa! Whoa! Antitrust from China or something? What the hell? Whoa. Don't tell me there's some new hack or something. What the hell is this? Okay, it started dropping like 4 minutes ago, guys. I'm not seeing any news on Google within the past 4 minutes yet. When I see it, though, I promise I'll tell you what it says. It says there was a threat here, apparently. Google Intelligence Group identified new piece of malware called Lost Keys. Holy Google. Oh, here we go. I found the news, guys. It's Apple. Apple is exploring adding AI search to its browser. Is that the news? Wow. Guys, Google is really getting crushed. That is some crazy news here. Is that really all coming from the Apple AI search to its browser news? That's all it took? We'll see if there's anything else that hits the radar here. Wow, they are getting crushed down to 160. Dang. That's hurting them pretty bad, though, down to 160. That's a massive drop-off. SPY following suit as well. Might break under the low of the day. Getting some screenshots going here. I just keep seeing the same headline being repeated, so I'm assuming that it's exactly that. Man, SPY, though, reacting so bad from this. It's unfortunate to see. Let's go check crude oil. Had some U.S. crude inventory numbers hit a little while ago. AK says, "God damn, I shorted all the wrong companies." It happens sometimes, I guess. That sucks today, though. Man, SPY. Wow. They held that support for most of the morning, and now it is giving out on this news. Besson also said it's time for China to graduate from developing country status. I don't know if maybe that's part of it as well. Apple's dropping on that news as well. Wow. That's pretty crazy right there on Google and Apple, though. Can't believe it. Don't forget to vote up in the poll. 53 votes. Red is winning by a lot. If you think that the market can go green after Powell speaks today, vote it up green. If you think red, vote it up red. Get your votes in, though. Let's try to get this poll to be as large as possible. Let's go, Ryan. Yeah, Disney did pretty good. Looks like they did a lot better than expectations. I don't know what the expectations were heading in, though. But yeah, you know, looking at the chain right now, the calls are up quite a bit. As long as you didn't go too far out of the money yesterday. If you were dumb yesterday and you bought like the 105 strike or more out of the money, then you lost. But if you were smart and you stuck more at the money or just barely out of the money, which yesterday out of the money would have been like 93, 94, 95. If you would have stuck with those, you'd be up like 250%, 200%, somewhere between there. Yeah, really good movement. Yeah, I did see Disney, Ryan said. I didn't see the total news. I knew that they had earnings. Was there something very special or specific with it, or was there like a piece of news that I missed? Is it this Abu Dhabi theme park? I would think that that would be better than that. You know, they have good streaming subscribers, so guidance is looking better than expected. EPS, you know, everything that I see points to the numbers look really good. I'm not sure, did they announce something about, like, maybe some of their dumb political stuff? I don't know. That's one that gets me thinking, where I'm like, okay, did they say that they're gonna stop that dumb stuff, or what's up? I'm not understanding the negative to the news. What exactly happened? Yeah, Isaac, there's not really anything too negative here on Disney. I'm looking more of, I thought that they were, oh, Ryan, I see. You said they're opening a new park in the Middle East. I got you. Okay. I thought you were going to say that, like, the CEO announced something like, I don't know, that they're going to quit doing, like, weird remakes or something. I had my mind in a totally different spot there. I just accidentally filled the entire mouth with hot coffee. Oh no, AK. If it was Starbucks, you should sue them for it being hot. Say you burned your mouth. Google 156 tests, Sadan said. Gosh, it kept going down 4% now. Look at the daily chart. It's actually falling down to test big support and big trend. 155 support will be pretty crucial here. It'll probably just break right through it, though. There's a lot of momentum. Hims can't keep going up. It's unsustainable. It's madness. I feel you. It just keeps going. But today, it's pulling back a little bit. These stocks, whenever they get wild like this in the short term, there can be some pretty good continuations. Don't be surprised if even like tomorrow we see some good continuations. Hims can't keep going up, so you know why Hims went so high last time. Well, they've had a lot of good news and just good positivity recently. You know, they've been having fairly good earnings. They keep announcing new products and new deals with people and different things along those lines. I can't remember the exact catalyst there, but I think that there was something. You know, there's been a lot of headlines with this company over the past couple years. Yeah. There was that news, don't forget. With that malware. There's a piece of news with Google with some malware that was on Thinkorswim. New piece of malware called Lost Keys attributed to Cold Driver using malware to steal documents from Western targets and NGOs, written in a Google blog. This was at 10:14 this morning. You know, looking at like the 1 minute chart, man, it didn't really start dipping like right around that 10:14 mark. Why did it take so long to start dipping till now? I think, though, that malware news is a lot more influential. A lot more influential than the Apple news, though. That's weird. Everyone's attributing it to Apple exploring its AI search in the browser. That's so weird to me that it would hit Google that bad. Like, I'm not just gonna start using Apple's dumb Safari because they added AI search. That's silly. Like, why would that hurt Google so bad? I don't think anybody that currently uses strictly Google will switch to them because they decided to add AI search to the browser. Personally. On Goofy and Apple. I like it, Goofy. My broker said that Google lost 4.8% because of Apple. Yeah, that is what people are saying on the headline for sure. It broke 155. Google is done. I hope it holds, Sadan said. Let's look at it on the daily, because it's like right on one of these crucial trend lines right here. It needs to really hold this up, or else it's going to get pretty brutal. Look at how the last time it was to this trend, it took a huge bounce back up. Now it's kind of getting close again. Poor Google. I don't feel bad for him, but pretty weird PA. Intraday. Loving the music. Hey, let's go. Appreciate that. We've been doing some new music around here lately. Where's access to this playlist? It's literally just top 100 NCS house tracks, which is non-copyright sounds. If you just search up best NCS sounds, these will come up for you. It's pretty much the same ones on every list. Where do you see support for Apple? Let's see, 195 is pretty large here. 194 as well. That initially is going to be where I watch right off the bat. I already know from watching Apple a lot recently. Yeah, 194 to 195, definitely. Alan Walker, NCS was amazing. Yeah, that guy's awesome. I listened to some of those songs on my Apple Music playlist. Poor Apple here with Google. Everything's dying off here. That caused a lot of selling in the short term. Really killed the SPY's vibes into Powell's event today. Killed the vibes. These are some weird Apple headlines I'm seeing, guys. I'm seeing Apple and Microsoft move to a year-to-year search agreement. Apple has a revenue share agreement with Google Lens for AI features. What? This is getting strange with all these Apple headlines coming in here. Yeah, seeing more and more of these news. It's like every few seconds there's another one. Here's another one, guys. Look at all these. Apple CUE has no intention of making its own general search engine. The Apple CUE, Apple and Microsoft moved to a year-to-year search agreement. Apple has revenue sharing with Google Lens for its AI features. Crazy. Lots of news hitting the headlines. Just like little updates every like 5 seconds. It's pretty weird. SPY dropping down quite a bit towards 558. It's pretty large support right there. $558. Those seem good news. Why dumping? Well, they did say that they had their lowest searches in history, apparently. I think it was their first drop in searches in history, is what it was. So it looked pretty rough off the bat. Yeah, Safari searches declined for the first time in April. The CUE admit he lost sleep over potential hit to revenue sharing deals. I use this website called Stock Labs. If you go look at Stock Labs, it's pretty badass. If you click on something, you can click it and then you go back and it says, oh, sign up. If you just click the little news tab again, it just takes you right back to the same page. And then it'll reload them all just like normal. So it's kind of funny. Like, you don't really have to pay for it. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. It comes in really clutch, I gotta say. Very, very clutch. We have something similar to it in the Discord in the breaking news tab, which also gets things pretty spot on too, but not as much. There's not going to be as much on there. Chevron CEO sees no signs the U.S. is close to a recession. The R word's getting brought up. Got even another piece of Apple news. Apple looked at Anthropic, DeepSeek, Grok, and Perplexity AI for its AI. Interesting. Apple's still dropping. 194 as we speak. Downside action still coming into play here. Boy, oh boy. Hate to see the sell-off happen like this. Tom, what do you use to track the news? Oh, gotcha. That was from earlier. Looking at the watch list here. What's leading the way here today? Open Door, 21%. Clover Health, still up around the top. Okay. DIS. Newsmax pulled back. NMAX, uh-oh. Pulled back pretty hard. Spotify's coming back, though. They're up 3% today. They hit 660 and consolidated, but overall, they've been looking solid. Any AMD news come out? I have not seen any. It doesn't look like they're getting movement like we've been seeing the others. Oh, shit. Did you guys see what I did? I closed out of my watch list. What am I saying? AMD had earnings. I hope you knew that, right? But nothing crazy like right here. But they did have earnings yesterday. Looking for the news. Let's go back to the watch list. Look at Tempest AI with Nancy P. Pretty good recovery today, 5.38%. They had earnings and popped initially and then dropped, and now they're kind of moving back towards those recent highs and those highs of today. New Pope in process. Oh yeah, I do see that. It says that they're electing him right now or something. All right. Tempest. MicroStrategy. Let's check on Bitcoin. We haven't really looked at Bitcoin a lot today or even the past week or so. I know that they ripped up a couple weeks ago. We were watching it a lot then, and last week we looked at it a couple times, but this week I haven't looked at it too much. It's looking pretty good though. Back up to around 98,000. It's holding its ground well. Overall, we're seeing pretty good movement here. Forgot the prophecy name, but if he's from Rome, we're cooked. Yeah, I don't know that. Google breaking below 154. Another breakdown. Wow, just continues to drop. Not slowing up at all here. SPY's slowing up, though. There's a big base starting to form around 558.50 to 559. It could end up breaking down, but don't forget we're going to have Jerome Powell here in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. The man, the myth, the legend. I'll be live in 2 hours and 15 minutes. We're probably going to call it here for now, guys. Thank you all for joining up and sticking with us today. Definitely appreciate you. If you need anything, definitely feel free to reach out on Discord. You can shoot me a private message or something like that. If you're interested in the trading floor, we have the code Big Money going on right now. Save $100 on the yearly to the trading floor. If you just want to try it for a month and then get the yearly after, you can do that too. Check out the link I'm sending in the chat. Use code Big Money at checkout. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at StockedUp.University. StockedUp.University. Some pretty funny content on there. Alrighty, guys. Have a great one. See you, Sadan, Tiger.